Oh boy, I can't wait till we argue about this for 15 minutes and then it gets uploaded to YouTube and I have to sort through over 3,000 comments and read them all. Oh, I can't wait.
Okay, all right, McConnell, I know you're sitting in queue, so I like to say this is what you have to look forward to. It's gonna be great. You're gonna really like it a lot, and it's gonna be super fun. Look at that, literally summoning the holy light. Look at that, the blades of justice. Look at remember whenever what was that ability that like WoW had where it was like that was like blade of justice and it's like this little bro, this is like a fucking a 15-foot dildo of justice. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. Holy shit. Holy. I love how they end it with that one too. That's the best.
Is that what paladins do? In that game they kill things with snowflakes and plastic swords.
They're not.
Wow,
how do you know it's plastic?
Epic, dude.
How do you know
That's
it's plastic?
You know, I said this on Reddit when I saw it. You know,
okay.
I actually got downvoted on your Reddit because the weebs in your fucking community now.
Yeah.
These fucking people, man. I swear to God, man. Listen, I said, how come the paladin can conjure up like gigantic ass blades like that, but he can't hold one? What kind of a pussy is he?
Okay.
What kind of a pussy is the paladin in Final Fantasy where he can have these giant blades, even bigger than dude? That is literally the fucking blade of justice from WoW, but in Final Fantasy. Now, how come they can do that, but they can't fucking carry it? You gotta be a big ass bitch to carry a shield. Big ass bitch.
Okay.
Especially if you can conjure fucking swords the size of a goddamn house out of your ass.
But you can do that, and that's pretty fucking cool.
But I don't want to do that. I wanna have the sword in my hands, or some two-handed weapon.
Okay, that
doesn't have to be a sword, but
I will grant you that would logically make sense.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. I don't know why they don't do it, because you can make your sword invisible, right? You can make your sword invisible. If they had a way for paladins to have like a transmog, instead of like using the sword and a shield, you're just using a big two-handed sword, would that work?
I don't know. Are they still tanks or they do damage?
Well, they do both, but they're tanks.
Okay, so they're tanks.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Why?
Because I don't want to be a tank. I want to be a damage dealer.
Well, you do damage while you're. Damage. No, it doesn't work that way in the game, man. Like.
Okay, and that's why I'm not playing it.
Well, out of all the classes, which one do you think is the coolest one?
Well, Paladin, obviously.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean I'm gonna play it. Just because I think something's cool doesn't mean I'm gonna play it. I think Lamborghini Diablos are fucking sick. Does that mean I'm gonna go out and buy one?
That's because they're expensive.
Because I don't have enough money. Yeah, I don't have any money.
Yeah,
but regardless of that,
they're a lot. I mean, so what do you think you are, Miskiff? I mean, come on. Can't just go around blowing money like that.
Well, listen, that's my stance on it. Is that yeah, I'm not playing the shit. They can't hold the goddamn sword.
Why don't you play Dark Knight then? They can hold two-handed sword.
Because that's not a paladin.
If
I wanted to play a Dark Knight, I would play a Death Knight in WoW, and I don't do that. I play a paladin. Why? Because they're a paladin.
Yeah, the snowflakes are kind of weird, but like, I mean, you can literally
call
down. It's a rain of blades.
Where are the
badass.
snowflakes coming from? Why is?
They're coming from Earth because he's on the moon. It's cold.
No, they're coming from the paladin because the paladins in fucking Final Fantasy are gigantic snowflakes. They're probably fucking liberals, man.
Look, it still looks cool, doesn't it?
You want me to play a goddamn liberal in a game? Fuck that.
No, look, it's not about that. You're just trying to play. It's just for fun. You make up your own story. You can be the most based paladin that there is.
No, you can't. Not with snowflakes flying out of your cock.
God. Oh my God. No, there'll be snowflakes of justice.
You can just call anything of justice and it sounds paladin.
Yeah, but if it's...
That doesn't mean it is. Oh, this is my... Listen, you hear that? That's my water bottle of justice, man. This thing fucking is righteous, bro. Holy shit. Okay. Can you believe it?
No. What I'm saying is, like, the paladins in the game are. I think that the abilities are cool. That's all I'm saying is I think they're cool.
I'm not saying they don't look cool. I'm saying it doesn't make sense that they can do that and then still not use a two-handed weapon, and that's fucking stupid. And they're tanks.
You're right. They should be able to use a two-handed weapon. I agree with you. All I'm saying is that some of these classes are pretty fucking cool, and you played other classes in WoW before. There's always going to be something like Dark Knight is not specifically a warrior. You know, I don't play a Death Knight in WoW. It's interesting to try it out. And it's like, here's the thing, dude. It's like, are you really going to sit around and play WoW while they take out the pictures of the girls' boobs in the game because they keep touching people at the office? Like, you're really going to sit around and play that shit?
I'm not playing WoW. The only time I play WoW is when I play with you.
Yeah.
That's it. And otherwise, I'm playing other shit. I'm playing GTA RP. I'm currently playing D2. Okay? It's an amazing game. And at least D2 has some violence, some gore. Some
It doesn't have nipples anymore, though, does it? Because they took those out.
Well, it's the closest thing you can get to nipples.
Yeah, and it's close, but it's not there. You can see more.
Oh yeah, and cookie clicker too.
Yeah, it's and cookie clicker. Yeah, it's awful, man. I feel like some of these are cool. Like, you should try the game. You should just try it out, see if it's good. Like, it's the raids are legitimately good in the game. Like, I'm not memeing or anything like that. If I was memeing,
I'm sure they are. I'm sure.
Yeah, they're good. And like you have like the social experience. You can go to the different clubs. Did you see the ERP clubs?
No, I don't care about that. It's the same issue with WoW.
How are you going to tell me that you don't care about that, but you've been playing GTA RP?
What do you mean? At least in GTA RP, I can create my own story if I want to, and I don't go like. People say like, "Oh, are there red pelters in GTRP?" No, I don't go into GTRP expecting to play a fucking red paladin because there's no. It's not a fucking. It might be an MMORPG light, but it's not a fucking class-based MMORPG like WoW. It's what the fuck? It's a completely different type of game. But Final Fantasy is akin to WoW. It's an MMORPG with a class-based system. Yeah. So if I do play, if I were to play Final Fantasy, I would go into it expecting to play a class-based system. And the paladin in that system is not a fucking damage dealer. So I don't want to play it.
It's not a damage dealer in WoW either.
I don't give a fuck.
Look, I mean, it's not that bad. And like you could play like Black Mage or something. Do something completely different. You play like a caster.
No, I don't want to.
It's a good game. It gives you something to do. It'd be cool that you ever see the ultimates. Ultimate fights are badass.
Yeah, you know what? That's it. That sounds. You sound exactly like me telling you to play like Witcher 3 or GTRP or any other game that I told you to play and you didn't. Yeah.
It's not even about the game. It's because I didn't play your game and now you don't want to play my game.
No, I'm not doing it as some kind of like
tit for tat.
Thing to get back. Yeah, I'm not doing it like tit for tat. I'm not interested in Final Fantasy. I've never been into it. I've never played a Final Fantasy game. I have no interest in it. I don't like the aesthetics. It's fucking stupid. I don't want to play it.
I get that. But the game does not patronize you. It does not waste your time. And that is enough for me to want to play.
Okay, that's enough for you. That's not enough for me.
Think about everybody that we know that has played the game. There have been a lot of people. They've been very positive about the game. And I understand that you're not necessarily a big fan.
Paid shills, yep, I understand.
Yep. Right. And so everybody that disagrees is a paid shill. That's right. So if except Quinn, right? And so here's the thing. I understand that you might be reluctant because of the whole weeb situation. I get that. Have you ever watched anime before?
No. The closest thing I've ever watched to anime would be fucking like Dragon Ball Z back in the day.
You telling me you've never watched anime?
No, I have no interest in fucking cartoons. Like I'm not interested. I don't like that. I don't spend any amount of time watching fucking anime in my room. It doesn't appeal to me. I don't like it. It's not for me.
Okay.
It's fucking stupid.
I agree.
To me.
Okay. I agree. I've said this before. If the main place the anime takes part in is in a high school, I don't watch the anime. But you cannot tell me that Berserk, Ghost in the Shell and Full Metal Alchemist are not badass.
I don't know what they are.
You have no idea what they are.
I've only ever heard of you and other fucking people talk about them. I've never seen a single episode. I don't want to. I don't plan to. I'm not going to go out of my way to watch this shit. It's not gonna happen. It's just not. I'm not it's not. I'm not into it. I'm not a fucking weeb.
I'm not either.
I know.
A weeb.
I know. Well, I mean, you're coming close, man.
No, I'm not. How am I coming close?
You put the thing on your head. I saw the clips, man. You put the thing on your head. You said you tweeted out cat girls.
I said that if any girl is objectively hotter, if you put cat ears on her, and that's true.
That's what I'm saying. That's how it starts, man.
Am I wrong?
Bro, that is how this shit starts.
You didn't say I was wrong.
No, you are wrong.
Okay,
you
now you
are
have to
wrong.
correct yourself. Yeah.
I disagree with you. I inherently disagree with you, and you are wrong. And that's how you becoming one of them starts, man.
No, it's not. Okay, because
you'll see. Look at Richard. Look at Richard. Look at what Richard has become, dude.
Okay, that's not true because here's the thing about Richard. This was not something. I don't think you can train somebody to be a furry. I think that if you look at that tiger right there and you think, damn, he looks good, that's something you're born with. It was like unlocked. It was like, like in like PoE where you do like the labyrinth and you do your ascension, like your ascended class.
That's fun.
Well,
that's fun.
Being a furry is like his ascended class. No, Rich was always like that. It's just that the game gave him an avenue to express it.
So basically what you're saying is Rich was indoctrinated into that kind of thing, and I should expect you to follow suit within the following months or years.
Nah, bro, because if I see a cat, I'm not gonna get excited like that, man. That's why. I'm not about that, man.
Yeah, you say that now, but you used to say you wouldn't play Final Fantasy. I'm not about that, man. Oh, fuck Final Fantasy. Why the fuck would you play that?
Do you know why I didn't want to play Final Fantasy? It's because the fans of Final Fantasy were fucking obnoxious.
They still are. They're fucking weirdos, man.
Yeah, just some of them are. You're totally fucking right. You are 100% right. They're fucking obnoxious. However, if I just ignore them and just play the game, and also, I'm sorry, but the WoW fans, the people that are still like simps for WoW, it doesn't matter if another woman turns into fruit. Oh, it doesn't matter if we rename something innocuous. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, what are all these gamers getting mad about? It doesn't matter. Like, listen, I would take the weebiness of Final Fantasy over that hand waving every day of the week. And don't tell me that you wouldn't do the same thing.
Listen. I agree that shit is obviously cringe.
It is.
However, if you say fuck you to someone in Final Fantasy, you get like fucking suspended or banned.
No, you don't.
You can't be mean at all in Final Fantasy. Otherwise, they're gonna delete your shit.
No,
I don't want that. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not. Let's hold hands and get through this dungeon together, boys, all together. It's not me. I don't like that shit. If someone's fucking up, fuck them. I'm gonna tell them, hey, fuck you. Your DPS sucks cock, and go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of the group. Okay? I'm not gonna stand there and be like, hey man, can you try a little harder can you do your rotation like better than this way? No, man, fuck that. Fuck that shit.
Okay, so I get that, but in the game, you don't ever. It's like WoW. Like, the entire idea, like, do you remember back whenever we would do raids and I would take the damage meter off the screen and everybody just kill the boss?
Oh, yeah. That's a good tactic, too.
Yeah. It's like, if this was like, if we were ever having trouble on, like, a progression boss, I would put on private logging and everybody would just somehow get better at the fight instantly. Because they didn't give a fuck about, like, killing the boss. They give the fuck about getting a 91 percentile so they could apply to another guild and fucking leave the piece of shit one that they're in right now. And so, whenever you play Final Fantasy, you're not worried about, oh, well, I have to do this much damage on the fight. It's not that big of a deal. You just do your rotation. It's not super hard. It's pretty obvious once you figure it out. It's intuitive. And that's it. There's not a whole lot of anything to worry about. Like, you don't need to worry about people's DPS. Like, we've done plenty of, like, hard fights, and it's been fucking easy.
But I want to worry about other people's DPS. I want that.
It's a waste of fucking time.
Yeah, so is playing video games. Playing video games is inherently a waste of time.
Yeah,
and if I'm going to waste my time, it's going to be doing something I want to do. If I want to judge other people's DPS, then that's what I want to do. I mean, if people want to judge my DPS and if they want to do that, they can do that. I don't give a fuck.
All I'm saying is that I think that the way that Final Fantasy does it is, like, I would rather have, let me say this, I would rather have people not talking about DPS than the cringe lord parsers in WoW, because, like, you know what it takes to get a rank 1 now. You know what it takes to get a 99 or a 100th percentile. It is a bunch of cringe ass simping for the priests so they'll give you power infusion. Oh, nobody else hit the ads. Let me AoE the ads all the time. And it's like, you have to have everybody cooperating with you and basically coddling you along. Oh, you're a good boy, so you can get your good little parse. Like, it's just so fucking bad.
Yeah, and I don't engage in that. I don't do that.
But those people are the ones that you're going to look at and say, he's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, and that's what you should aspire to do. You shouldn't, like, I don't think you should just sit back.
You should aspire to simping for a priest for power infusion.
I didn't say that either. I said you should aspire to do big dig damage. Yeah. I didn't say you should aspire to fucking simp for people so they can enable you to do big dig damage. I said just aspire to do big dig damage.
I get that, and I think you can aspire to do that too. But, like, what
not in Final Fantasy, because you're a tank if you play Paladin. Oops.
That's not true, because even whenever you're playing tank, you can still do a lot of damage. Because it's
like you are not a damage dealer.
So
the boss is looking at you. You are the tank.
You are the driver of the bus.
I don't want to drive. If I get into a car, I want to fall asleep, bro. If I get into a car, I'm falling asleep in the next 2 minutes.
Well,
I don't want to drive.
I don't. I have motion sickness, so whenever I get in a car, I have to fucking drive. Because I'll tell you something, S-Fan, whenever he's driving, fucking will go 30 miles an hour right to the stoplight. He'll be right here, and he'll be like, brake! and then we go to the next stoplight. And then we're going 30, 45 miles an hour, and brake!
Yeah.
It's like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And, like, Cody, if I drive with Cody, it's great. Because Cody's used to, if Cody got pulled over, he goes to jail. So, like, you can't it's like you're playing the game on hardcore. You can't go to jail. And so, here's the thing, is anybody who hasn't had the experience that if you're not driving around, and if you can't go to jail, if you fuck up, they're gonna drive like a maniac. Like, Mizkif was bragging about how fast he was driving in his new car. I told my dad started telling me about how he drives even faster. He's 70-fucking-4. You think I want to let somebody else drive the car?
Listen, this is a great anecdote or analogy, but it's completely, you have completely gone off where this ties into Final Fantasy for me.
No, I haven't, because whenever I play with a bad tank that's got the boss in the wrong position, I'm fucking mad.
Yeah, but you can't say anything. You can't say, hey,
yeah,
dog,
no, yeah, you can,
water.
because they tell me. Like, anytime, because sometimes, like, so, I try to do, like, the roulettes, which is, like, the, like, route finder, whatever. I try to do it, and, like, my goal was to put in the least amount of effort possible. So, like, I want to stand at as many mechanics as possible, and I will use my cooldowns in order to reduce the damage from those mechanics. And so I will try to pull the boss. Instead of fight him in the middle of the room, I will pull him to me, and I'll fight him on the edge of the room. Nobody likes this, but I will do this anyway. So I have to spend less key presses, and I have to spend less time actually playing the game, right? It's almost like, it's like asserting my dominance over the group, because I get to tell them where they have to stand. And then also, I assert my dominance over the boss because I tell him where to stand, and it's not where he's supposed to, and it doesn't matter because I'm still superior, right? It's an ego strat.
This is just you being famous in Final Fantasy and people working around you. That's what that
the fact is that I died twice on, Xerxes in Crystal Tower. I died twice on Xerxes in Crystal Tower yesterday, and at the end, you know how you can like vote that somebody was like the MVP, right? A commendation. I got
A
three.
what?
I got 3 commendations after I died twice on the last boss fight as the main tank.
Yeah, because you're famous.
That is, I am just so...
You're Asmongold.
It was really good, man. It was fucking great.
So you
Tank
get votes
privilege,
in the system or what?
Yeah, you do. And if you get 3,000 of them,
Christ.
you get a fat chocobo.
So you're incentivized to play cuddly bears with other people in your group so that they can...
Well, everybody gets you. It's like
if you get enough updoots in Final Fantasy, you get.
It's
a
like
mount,
you suck my
basically.
chocobo, I'll suck yours. And so like you have a little, it's a little stick, right? And the stick has a piece of lettuce, and the chocobo will run after the lettuce. But if you change the stick to a piece of cake, then the chocobo will fly. That's funny. I think that's funny. That's cool.
I don't know. I don't like to be. I don't like to be nice to people in my groups.
You don't have to. You just click the button, right? It's like you suck my dick, I'll suck yours. It's just it's.
But I don't want my dick sucked. I don't want to suck anyone's dick. I just want to play a damage dealing paladin. I don't want to do any dick sucking.
Look, all I'm saying is that I think that you would enjoy at least one of the classes. The game is fun. There's a lot of social aspects of the game, and you would probably enjoy it more than you would think. I have enjoyed it more than I thought. Think about everybody that you know that we played the same games together.
I'm thinking.
We played the
I'm
same
thinking of
games
everybody
together, and
Yeah.
these are the games that that we like, right? There's nothing wrong about that. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong about that.
It's just unfortunate you went with Final Fantasy. I can't follow you there.
Okay.
I just can't.
What's your queue in New World?
It's let me see. 6,297. Listen, don't stall your stream in the hopes that I get in this queue, because chances are it's not going to happen unless the 53,000 people who are currently watching the stream and are on the server Olympus in New World want to log off so I can get through the queue faster, which would be very cool. But you're probably not going to, because you're a fucking weeb who also plays Final Fantasy, and you should go fuck yourself. But if you want to do that, that would be good.
That'd be good. That'll be good. Yeah, that'll be good. And thus did dawn break on a realm reborn. Well, that sounds like, bro, that sounds bad. Like, but where there is light, there is always shadow. Yeah, I'm about to say. Now what?